I try to sleep, I close my eyes. boring. Even at 2 hours, this show is boring. SmackDown went back to 2 hours, ladies and gentlemen. 2. And it looks like Sami Zayn, his world title run may be a very short-lived one. It doesn't hide the fact, though, that Sami Zayn is the WWE Champion, and it's still the right decision. But tonight, Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, #1 contendership on the line. And if I was to pinpoint anything else that happened on this show, I mean, it's 4th of July. WWE gave the bare minimum. And there really isn't a lot to talk about, to be quite honest with you. Go watch the fireworks, bro. It ain't happening on Friday night. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going, because it's so hot outside, we're drinking in my mother's basement, man, where it's nice and cool, central air. It's way too hot for me outside, okay? We're going to the venue inside my mother's basement tonight, turning up the AC. The beverages are cold. And on this Friday night, I want to know, what the fuck are you guys drinking? I'll see you over there. WWE has failed creatively. AEW has failed fundamentally. So why did Triple H lose the plot? Why did Tony Khan abandon everything that made AEW special? Because nobody is committed to the one thing that actually matters. Long-term booking. What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is your Friday Night SmackDown post show for your July 3rd, 2026. I'm your host, JD from New York, as always, coming to you live from the OTS venue inside my mother's basement. Thank you guys so very much for joining me on this Friday evening, wherever you may be. The air conditioner is blasting. It is, by my account, what's the temperature outside? It is still 80 degrees outside. Probably more than that. I'm actually in Atlantic City right now at my home away from home. It is 80 degrees in Atlantic City. Heat advisory. That is going to continue well into tomorrow. The air quality is poor. It was a hot one today, ladies and gentlemen. It was a hot one today. Speaking of Atlantic City, WWE was in Atlantic City on Monday, and they taped a Monday Night Raw and a Friday Night SmackDown, double taping for everybody involved on Monday night, which is what we got tonight. No beer garden tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It is too hot. Nobody wants to drink outside in the sweltering heat. I got to make accommodations for my VIPs, okay? We do it in real life and we do it virtually, man. We keep things straight and narrow, man. We got to be consistent. Nobody else is consistent. SmackDown, 2 hours. I told you this show was not going to get better at 2 hours. I wasn't really looking at a taped episode from Atlantic City on Monday, which aired on Friday, to be the catalyst for change here on Friday night. The show is lifeless. The writing is terrible. The overall flow and the feel of Friday night is just bad. There's nothing exciting about it. There's nothing that's going to really speak to you in a way where it says, I have to watch this show on a Friday night and drop legitimately everything else I'm doing or stop everything else that I'm doing. SmackDown hasn't felt that way in many, many, many years. This show sucks. I think you and I both know that. The only thing that came off of tonight's show that is even worth talking about is Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, the whole story that they played out today on Friday Night SmackDown in the opening segment and then in the last match of the night between Cody and Jey Uso. And what's happening on Monday? Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes tonight wrestled one-on-one, number one contender. The winner goes on to wrestle Sami Zayn, not at SummerSlam, but on Monday Night Raw in this place that I think me, you, and everybody else are familiar with, known as Chicago. You know who emanates from Chicago. You know who sits and waits for Chicago to show up on the calendar to really make a big impact and a big splash. The man who is known, not only in Chicago, but worldwide, as CM Punk. He is going to be dropped in like a care package in Call of Duty Warzone. He's going to be dropped in. He's going to be called upon to save the day. SummerSlam plans cannot move forward without CM Punk. And this is obviously now yet another talking point in the very early stages of Sami Zayn's WWE Championship title run that he won last week at Night of Champions. I have been all over the place. I've been on my show on Monday. I've been on both of my shows Tuesday. One with Coachman and then with the Solid Monster on Tuesday Night Titans. And then Wednesday, I sat down and debated why Sami Zayn was the right choice now for the WWE Championship. Debated Sami Zayn with Vince Russo. And no matter what you see in the comments section over there on Coach and Bro, I thought I handled myself pretty fucking well. Quite honestly. And I'm going to repeat myself again. Sami Zayn is the right man for the WWE Championship. I don't give a shit about bringing in a new audience. I don't give a shit about how many people watched back in 1999. I don't give a shit how much money or lack of money Sami Zayn is going to bring in as WWE Champion. It is a transitional reign. This reign is nothing to get bent out of shape about. It is going to be here and over quicker than you can blink. I don't want to see it end up that way. But this is WWE at the end of the day. You, me, and everybody else knows that Triple H books for a moment. Triple H books with the idea of how many social media views will it get, Bruce? It's exactly what he does. The social media engagement with Sami Zayn's WWE Championship title win, whether it's embellished or not, reportedly well over 80 million just in that same weekend across all their social media. It's a lot of fucking people. It's a lot more people that watched Sami Zayn than they did Mick Foley win the WWE Championship back against The Rock. They didn't have social media like we do back then. It's an unfair comparison. But this is what people run with as far as an argument. Oh, 9 million people watched Mick Foley win the WWE Championship from The Rock. All right. Who gives a shit? It happened back in 1999. It's 2026. Everybody wants to reference what happened then, what happened back then, what happened here, what happened over there. Bro, it's 2026. The metrics for pro wrestling, no matter how you, me, or anybody else still doesn't like what's going on nowadays. The entire business, the entire model of pro wrestling, the entire way we look and consume pro wrestling, it's all different. And none of that negates the fact that Sami Zayn is the right choice for the WWE Championship. I don't want to hear that Sami Zayn is a hobo-looking, Gollum-like, bridge-dwelling troll who's out of shape, unkempt, and looks like he should be bagging my groceries at Pathmark. They don't even have Pathmarks anymore. He should be bagging your groceries at Target. I don't care. I don't care because the guy he took the championship from is boring. Cody Rhodes is boring. Sami Zayn's going to kill the ratings. Sami Zayn is going to drive business down. Sami Zayn isn't making you, me, or anybody else a single fucking dime. He's not supposed to. Let me tell you something. Nobody in pro wrestling now, across WWE, AEW, TNA, MLW, New Japan, no matter what promotion you want to throw at me, bro, they ain't making you, me, or anybody else on this platform a fucking dime. Pro wrestling in general this time of year isn't making anybody a fucking dime. The business is ice cold right now. The business is in a down period right now. The business, as far as interest, is down right now. If you're looking at it from the opposite side, now is as good a time as ever to put the title on Sami Zayn because of the way the business is trending. Sami Zayn is not supposed to usher in a whole new audience. Sami Zayn's not going to break down boundaries, and he's not going to appeal to the mainstream masses. Sami Zayn is not going to bring in the lapsed fan. None of these are valid arguments. None of them. The only people saying this are the people that are pretending to be smart. And I appreciate the back and forth with Vince Russo. I love Vince Russo. He's shown me nothing but respect. Love working with Coach. But from me to them, they got this wrong. They got no argument in the fight because they referenced 1999 and they referenced Mick Foley. And the ratings and the revenue and this and that. Vince Russo said verbatim that he doesn't watch the shows from the top to the end. He doesn't watch all the way through. He consumes the show via clips and highlights. I can't do that. I can't do that. Otherwise, I won't have a show for you guys. I wouldn't have a show to put on. None of these arguments are valid. They never were. And a lot of people that follow these types of arguments, oh, Sami Zayn's a mark, JD's a mark, JD standing up for markism, and JD showing everybody how much of a mark he is and how much of an unintelligent creator he is and how clueless he is and all this other nonsense. I mean, I would love for someone to come and tell me where I am factually incorrect. Cody Rhodes is boring. Fact. Every time I ask anybody, what would you have done differently with Sami Zayn winning the WWE Championship? What would you have done differently? Nobody gives me an answer because there is not anybody else. There's legitimately nobody else. Triple H books for a moment. He booked for a moment in Saudi Arabia. He's booked for moments. Every big moment that Triple H has had, it's been for a moment and nothing more than a moment to engage people on social media. Everybody also wants to act like Sami Zayn is some sort of jobber. He's not a jobber. This is where the other line of thinking comes into play. Oh, JD really exposed himself. He showed how much of a mark he is. He's a Grand Slam champion. JD's a mark. Sami Zayn's a Grand Slam champion. I'm giving you factual information. I know he didn't win these titles and achieve these accolades legitimately. It's a scripted sport. You, me, and everybody else knows that. I'm not some fucking mark who thinks this is real. But Sami Zayn is not a jobber. Without Sami Zayn, you don't have a bloodline storyline that played out the way that it did. Without Sami Zayn, you don't have a bloodline story that carried itself into WrestleMania 39 and beyond. Without Sami Zayn, the bloodline story isn't as strong as it is today, and today it's as weak as it's ever been. Sami Zayn is an integral part of the biggest storyline in WWE history. So making him the WWE Champion, where he failed 9 times before that, the last time he wrestled Drew McIntyre, and that got thrown together in Saudi Arabia for the Royal Rumble. It fell on WWE's face. It was awful. And the last time before that, he wrestled Roman Reigns in Montreal 3 years ago in one of the best moments in company history. With a storyline that played out because he was the heart and soul of the storyline. But it wasn't his time. It wasn't his moment. It wasn't his story to finish. Everything you've seen with Sami Zayn has been a consistent element of story. Going back to earlier this year, everything that you've seen with Sami was part of the story. Losing the WWE Championship, going into WrestleMania and desperately trying to get on the card, stealing Carmelo Hayes' WrestleMania moments away from him. He goes in, takes Melo's moment, loses to Trick. He's now all of a sudden obsessed with stopping Trick Williams, who he doesn't want Trick taking his spot at the top of the card because he's the crafty veteran and he doesn't want his spot moved down another notch while some blue chip prospect that WWE management's incredibly high on replaces him. Desperate men do desperate things. And everybody was booing Sami Zayn in favor of the more popular and much younger Trick Williams. And Sami Zayn continued to say, I'm the last real good guy here. Everything I'm doing is the way to do it. Every way that I've done it is the right way. Yet people booed him in favor of Trick Williams, in favor of Cody. And then I have people telling me, oh, he doesn't deserve to be WWE champion. What are you talking about? I know SmackDown sucks, but this is why I don't consume the show via highlights or clips on YouTube. Because if you're consuming the show via clips and highlights on YouTube, you're not really seeing the story flesh itself out. And if you watch SmackDown, like we have been, knee-deep in shit in the bunker every Friday, you will have seen that Sami Zayn not only has been the best storyline on television, but he's been the most intriguing character in all of WWE. In a WWE that has Cody Rhodes as its champion, as Roman Reigns is the world's heavyweight champion, without CM Punk, Sami Zayn is the most intriguing character on the show. And again, the argument, Sami Zayn being the champion, it made me stop watching. No, it didn't. You weren't watching to begin with. Who the fuck are you fooling, bro? Oh, it made me stop watching. Motherfucker, you weren't even watching beforehand. Most of you probably stopped watching after Cody finished his story. So I don't want to hear the bullshit that Sami Zayn won the title and then you stop watching all of a sudden because Sami Zayn is the WWE champion. Bullshit. Sami Zayn is not here to bring in a new audience. Sami Zayn is not here to bring in the lapsed fan. Cody wasn't even bringing in the fans. SmackDown on multiple occasions with Cody as its champion produced the lowest rating in the show's history. That's with Cody as the champion. WWE in general is producing the lowest ratings that it has all year. Global views are down on Netflix for Monday Night Raw. There is fatigue. Not only with some of the characters, not only with some of the story, but in pro wrestling in general. So again, I ask, where's the argument? Where's the real argument as to why Sami Zayn should not be the WWE champion? The fact of the matter is there is no real argument. It's all fake outrage. It's all fake outrage because Sami Zayn doesn't embody what you think is a WWE champion, and it's all fake outrage because of Sami Zayn's political beliefs, one way or another. Kofi Kingston, I guess, shouldn't have been the WWE champion. Daniel Bryan shouldn't have been the WWE champion. CM Punk shouldn't have been the WWE champion. CM Punk, I guess, shouldn't have won the World Heavyweight Championship, being that he's still the same CM Punk, but just a little bit older and a little bit more gray. No, but we have a problem. It's got to end with Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is the stopgap. Sami Zayn is the reason why everybody stopped watching. Sure thing. It's going to be a very temporary reign. And I say it's going to be a temporary reign because we have Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes on Monday Night Raw for the WWE Championship. That X Factor of CM Punk is going to play a major role in where we go into SummerSlam. Could we see a triple threat match between CM Punk, Cody, and Sami Zayn? Sure, but we just got a triple threat match with Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, and Gunther at Night of Champions. Sami Zayn's going to have to find his way on the SummerSlam card by some way, shape, or form. We're not going to leave him off the SummerSlam card. Again, he's been the most intriguing character on the show. Where does he fit? Where does he fit into the overall plan? That's one option. WWE could easily go back to Cody Rhodes and CM Punk for the WWE Championship. That was the original plan going into WrestleMania. Rollins and Reigns, Punk and Cody was the original plan for WrestleMania, reportedly, for night 1 and night 2. Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk is one of the biggest matches, if not the biggest match that they could do in WWE right now with what they have on hand that is not Roman and Rock. This is the biggest match that they could possibly do right now in the entire company. Even bigger than another Cody and Roman match, which would be their third. Does this Cody and CM Punk match need the WWE Championship? No, it does not. Which is why I wouldn't take the title off of Sami Zayn going into SummerSlam, but I don't know who Sami Zayn defends the WWE Championship against at SummerSlam, being that Jey Uso, who was his probably number one, lost another opportunity tonight. If by WWE plans, and you have to include Sami Zayn, we may end up getting a triple threat match. But I know WWE is probably itching to take the belt off Sami, put it back on Cody, and then do Cody and CM Punk for the WWE Championship. I don't like Cody and CM Punk for the WWE Championship because it does one of two things. One, it creates this Cody needs to win, and more than likely will win because he just won the title back, and we're not going to hot potato the WWE Championship after he just won it from Sami on Monday to then drop it to CM Punk at SummerSlam. It creates this sense of predictability that I don't think we really need for a match of this magnitude. Secondly, you're not going to bring CM Punk back. First match since April, since WrestleMania, and then have him lose. So this match for the WWE Championship doesn't work. If you present it as a non-title match, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, it doesn't need the championship right now. It's a little bit more open-ended. Cody could win, Punk could win. If you put the title back on Cody on Monday, he undoubtedly is going to end up beating CM Punk. Because there's no way they're going to take the belt off him. But if you go into SummerSlam and this is a non-title match, it opens up the unpredictability a little bit. Cody can end up winning and Punk can end up winning. It's easier to book if their egos can remain in check. Because I'm assuming they both have massive egos, and more than likely they don't want to lose to each other because they are who they are. But again, where do you put Sami Zayn? Triple threat match was done with Gunther at Night of Champions. The special guest referee aspect was done the week before at SmackDown. Where do they go with Sami Zayn? I'm confused. I don't really know where they go with Sami Zayn. But CM Punk is going to play a heavy role in that match on Monday. The biggest question out of everything now that Cody's in that match with Sami, it's the last time we heard CM Punk tell Cody Rhodes, you never know when a championship opportunity is just going to fall out of the sky. Was he talking about himself? Was he talking about himself? Was he talking about Cody winning the championship back on Monday and then out rolls CM Punk to challenge Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam, and that finishes what he said to Cody Rhodes that Monday after Raw? Or was he talking about, you never know when a championship opportunity is going to fall out of the sky? Was he mentioning something like Sami Zayn getting an opportunity just falling into his lap because of Cody Rhodes and his inability to control himself, his inability to temper his emotions? He's thirsty for the gold. He needs this, like Gollum needs the ring. CM Punk has mentioned that to Cody Rhodes on several different occasions. You and I both know the weight of that championship and what it does to one's mindset. It changes you as a human being. Was he mentioning and referencing Sami Zayn getting an opportunity, falling out of the sky, right into his lap, and then that's the thing that ended up biting Cody in the ass and costing him his title? I don't know. Then you hear the rumors of Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens has been on NXT. He was on pre-show panels. He's been doing LFG, and he's guest coaching on LFG. Is Kevin Owens ready to come back? Are we getting ready to see Kevin Owens on the road to SummerSlam? That's a minor talking point. WWE's been very hush-hush about that. I'd love to see him back. He is absolutely sorely missed. His presence and his in-ring is absolutely missed on Friday night. He's got a lot of history with Sami, obviously. More history with Sami than anybody. He's got a lot of history with Cody Rhodes. CM Punk, Kevin Owens feud is something that I think everybody is still dying to see and something that people are waiting for. Randy Orton's also an X factor. Is he ready to come back on the road to SummerSlam? Or is he going to miss SummerSlam altogether with this undisclosed injury that he has? I don't know. WWE's got some work to do to make SummerSlam really feel big. Cody and CM Punk is the biggest thing they can do. Can't leave Sami Zayn out, though. Are you more angry now that Sami Zayn's the WWE champion than you were when he won it a week ago? I don't think so. It's all social media outrage. It's all performative nonsense. You're not really angry. You didn't stop watching the product because Sami Zayn won the championship. Sami Zayn even had to come out publicly and state that the narrative of him not looking like a champion is absolutely ridiculous. This is professional wrestling. For everybody calling everybody else a mark because they're defending Sami Zayn, they are just as big of marks because they want nothing but the Hogans and the fucking oily, muscle-bound fucking jocks, the people that look like they could fucking bench press 6 cars. Those are the people that they want to see as WWE champion. The stereotype of making someone that looks like that a champion is not realistic in 2026. The biggest stars in the industry are the ones that are aging out. Cody, Punk, Reigns, Orton. It is very difficult to find a Brock Lesnar. It is very difficult to find any stars still in the pro wrestling business. Those are the biggest 5 names that you got. There'll never be another of any of those names. So when you want Sami Zayn or you don't want Sami Zayn winning the WWE Championship, again, I ask, who else is there? What else would you have done? Sami Zayn not looking the part is one of the most stupid aspects of the argument. They put the belt on Mick Foley. Yes, he was 300 pounds, and yes, he fell from a cage, and yes, he was a absolute maniac and a lunatic and broke his body to get people talking. Fantastic. Fantastic. Love Mick Foley. Appreciate Mick Foley to no end for giving us moments in our childhood that will never be duplicated. But it doesn't stop the fact that Foley looked like what everybody's calling Sami Zayn. Mick Foley should be bagging my groceries at fucking ShopRite. Mick Foley looks like the fucking homeless guy living under the bridge. Mick Foley is unkempt. And Mick Foley looks like a bum. He doesn't look like championship material. Oh, but he's 300 pounds and he's a shit brick house, JD, and he jumped off the cage, JD. And he could cut a promo, JD, as if Sami Zayn can't cut a fucking promo. I never said he could cut a better promo than Mick Foley, but that doesn't mean Sami Zayn can't cut a promo. The arguments were so fucking stupid this week. I'm not comparing Sami Zayn to Mick Foley. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? One's the biggest moment in Monday Night Raw history, watched by as many people as ever, and the other is Sami Zayn. But both don't look like WWE champions. Sami Zayn comes out wearing joggers and a t-shirt and has long red hair and looks like the gingerbread man. Mick Foley comes out wearing a fucking mask. He looks like he lives in the dungeon of a fucking castle. His favorite food is rat. He wore a white dress shirt that was stained with a black fucking tie, and he had a fucking sock on his hand that he put a smiley face in black Sharpie. He used to pull his hair out. He had half a fucking ear. He had missing teeth. No, but Sami Zayn's not a WWE champion. He doesn't look like a WWE champion. You fucking mental. The arguments this week were fucking ridiculous. Oh, but Mick Foley drew 9 million people. No, The Undertaker and Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock and Kane and Triple H and Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels and everybody else that was around during that era, they drew 9 million people. Mick Foley was just there. Also helped by Tony Schiavone saying, well, Mick Foley's going to end up winning their championship, so there's no reason to change the channel over there on a taped show. Stick it right here on Monday Nitro. And like sheep, everybody went over to see Mick Foley, who was respected at that point in his career anyway by everybody, win the WWE Championship. The internet has skewed a lot of people. Other creators in this space have skewed the mindset of other people. There's nothing wrong with Sami Zayn and him being a transitional champion. More than likely, it will end on Monday. Where they go, CM Punk and Cody Rhodes will be in a match, whether it's together or with another, at SummerSlam. That's all I know. That's all I know. So we're going to wrap this show up tonight. We're going to get in and out of here because there really isn't anything to discuss on this show. There wasn't any major storyline developments. We'll go over exactly what Sami, Jey, and Cody said on SmackDown tonight in the opening segment. And we are going to try and enjoy our weekend. It's 4th of July weekend, ladies and gentlemen. This is your SmackDown post show right here on Off the Script. It is your July 3rd, 2026. Super chats are open. Get them on in. We're going to hang out at the end of the show. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. Go and check out all the great content on the channel. We're going to wrap it up this weekend. We'll be right back with you on Monday for a big Monday Night Raw. Hopefully, more answers will be unveiled there. Sami and Cody, WWE Championship match, one-on-one. The new Patreon page is welcoming all VIPs. Content will begin to roll out next week. Polls for what we're going to be reviewing as far as classic SummerSlam matches will be going up this weekend. You guys will have 4 matches to choose from, and the one that wins the poll will be the first match we review. So get ready. Content's coming over there. If you guys want to sign up, link is down in the description. Extra content this summer, man. We're going to try and do some things that we don't do here on YouTube. And we're going to try and bring you some more interactive content. Welcome to the Off the Script Tap Room. Still figuring out what else I want to do, but as far as SummerSlam, we're going to be reviewing some classic matches, so stay tuned. Classic matches, Q&A. Should be good. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notification. Hit the thumbs up. Let's try for 750 likes right here on the post show. And go check out, like I said, TNT, Monday Night Raw. I was live on Coach and Bro with Vince and Coach. 2 Count with Coach. A lot of great content this week, so please go and check all of that out. Let's get into this SmackDown post show. We're going to start things off at the top here. Sami Zayn. Championship celebration for Sami Zayn. SmackDown was in Atlantic City tonight. He got a very good reaction in Atlantic City. Sami Zayn comes on out. He says, "It seems to me like a lot of folks out here tonight came to ride or die with the last real good guy." Guy even has himself a nice catchy catchphrase. Good old Sami Zayn, huh? And I just want to say before I even get started, the overwhelming reaction, the love I've gotten over the last few days since winning this, it's really touched me. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. And people cheered him. People cheered Sami Zayn. I don't think there's anybody that realistically says Sami Zayn didn't deserve this. He's worked 13 years for it. Sure, other people deserve it. But it's just more than deserving it. It's got to be the right time. It's got to be the right place. It's got to be the right opponent. It's got to be the right story. All of it was right. That's what people don't understand. All of it was right. When you got all those things lined up, it is very difficult to say no. I would have more of a problem if they didn't pull the trigger. Because when else are you going to pull the trigger? It's never lined up for Sami Zayn more since the match with Roman in Montreal 3 years ago at Elimination Chamber. But it wasn't his moment. It wasn't his time. It wasn't his story. Chat, It was his time. It was his moment. It was his story. When people tell you that Sami doesn't deserve it, that is not an opinion. That is stupidity. It is stupidity. If you watch the program, you've seen Sami Zayn transform himself into what you see today. From January, even before that, everything was right. If you don't pull the trigger, that moment is gone. It'll never come back again. But the whole thing is really kind of funny considering for the past 6 months I've come out here and I've been booed out of the building every single time. And it's funny because the people booing are the same people who 3 years ago were dying to see Sami Zayn as WWE Champion. 3 years ago. He knows. But then they decided, oh, this guy is never going to do it. They jumped off the bandwagon. They turned their backs on me. They wanted to boo me. But now I have this. And he raises the title. So I could be petty if I wanted to. I could be petty and tell every single one of those people who turned their backs on me to kiss my ass. But I won't. I won't. And you want to know why? Because I am a good guy. And this is the same reason I'm holding this. Because I've never changed. Everyone told me if you want to win, you have to be a bit more selfish. You need to be more cutthroat. You need to do some things you don't want to do. And I did it. I won this the way I always said I would win it. I did it my way. Frank Sinatra, he did it his way. I did it the right way. And I could be petty. Trust me, I could be very petty. I could tell every single one of those people that said, oh, he's not championship material. He'll never win the big one. I could very easily tell each and every single one of them to kiss my ass. He wanted to. He basically indirectly said they could all kiss his ass with the fact that he mentioned they could kiss my ass twice. But I won't. I won't because this is a celebration, people. Am I right? And you know what we're celebrating here tonight? You're goddamn right. We're celebrating me. We are celebrating the new WWE Champion. We are celebrating the end of the debate. Once and for all, I forever go down as one of the all-time greats. I will forever be known as Sami Zayn, WrestleMania main eventer, Grand Slam champion, and until the day I die and beyond, I will forever be known as WWE champion. And no amount of booing, no amount of hate, and no amount of noise will ever take that away from me. I was told that Sami Zayn can't cut a promo. I guess those are the same people that don't watch the show on a weekly basis. I know SmackDown sucks, but you'd have to watch the show to realize that Sami Zayn is really fucking good at his job. Cody Rhodes, he comes on out. I could tell you firsthand, man, oh man, it is a breath of fresh air. Cody Rhodes looks fantastic without the WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes comes on out after he aura farms the Atlantic City audience. It's very simple. You said I had forgotten. You reminded me of it. When I won that WWE Championship, you were the very first person to come to the ring to celebrate with me. So I didn't want to wait in line. I wanted to be the first here, as you put it, during this celebration to tell you, congratulations, champ. Cody Rhodes starts to walk away. Supposedly, that's all he wanted to say tonight. Sami Zayn then says, whoa. What? That's it? Cody continues to leave. He's like, hey, come back. Come back here for a second, Cody. Let's not do this, okay? Let's not play this game. For once, just drop the act, all right? Cut the American Nightmare. Drop the Golden Boy. Just be Cody for 1 second. We both know that is not the only reason why you came out here. I have something that you once had. Now it's mine. It's something I know you want. It's something I know you are addicted to. Cody, they actually had a close-up of Cody's face, and you can tell that he was kind of angry at that line. But when Sami says that and Cody acts angrily, it proves that Sami Zayn is correct. Yes. Cody is basically Gollum. He knows that Frodo has the ring. Yet he's doing everything to help Frodo, be nice to Frodo, be kind to Frodo, only to see Frodo fall so that he could take the ring back. That's Cody. It's basically what Cody Rhodes is. So just be honest with me for once in your life, Cody. Forget the games. Just come right out and say it. Tell me why you're really out here. Then we get Yeet Man. He's got to come on out. He's got to aura farm the entrance. At least he didn't run it back. Jey gets into the ring. Oh, my dog. I'm not going to run it back, he says to the crowd. Because you're my dog, Sami Zayn. I'm so proud of you, Oos. Man, you earned that. You deserve that. But you know why I'm here, Oos? Bloodline business. Sami, this is your warning shot. I need to bring that gold back to the family. Cody Rhodes gets involved, and he immediately gets angry with what Jey Uso said here. The family? What year is this, the family? Do we not know each other here? I mean, it's him who's standing here, the WWE Champion, and since those days, correct me if I'm wrong, you've been World Heavyweight Champion, Jey. So at what point did my friend Jey Uso revert to just running errands for the tribal chief? And besides, we were just talking about my rematch. There's that Gollum-like attitude from Cody Rhodes. Nothing was even talked about here as far as rematch. The word rematch wasn't even said. He didn't even tell Cody didn't even tell Sami Zayn exactly why he was out there, but he just blurted it out to everybody that he was there to ask for a rematch. Because he's addicted to this shit. Sami Zayn says, oh, were we? Okay, I'm going to put a stop to this right now. We're not going to do this, okay? Jey, no one was happier for you than me. When you won the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, I laid back. Cody, and despite what you might think, I never came for you. I never backstabbed you. I never gunned for the title while you had it. You had your chance. Now it is my time to be WWE Champion. What was it that you told me, Cody? As long as I have this, you never will. Now it's mine. And Jey, what did you say? You said the WWE Championship needs to come back to the family. As far as I'm concerned, it is still in the family. Because he's the honorary Oos. And it's going to stay on my shoulders. No one is touching this. No one is touching this. So I say this as a friend. I say this as a family. Both of you, stay away from me. Adam Pearce comes on out. If you're wondering why Adam Pearce is out here and not Nick Aldis on Monday on Raw, Michael Cole said Nick Aldis was put on administrative leave for his altercation with Gunther following Night of Champions. Curse words were being thrown around. Gunther put his hands on Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis put his hands on Gunther. They were both sent home, and Nick Aldis was put on administrative leave, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Because there was a ridiculous rumor going around about what Gunther's SummerSlam match is going to be. And my God, if that is the rumor, Gunther is not in line for anything major at SummerSlam. Adam Pearce comes on out. Hold on, Sami, hold on. I know you're aware all this isn't here. He got sent home after his little dust-up with Gunther, which means for the first time in a very long time, and it feels pretty damn good. I am the acting general manager of SmackDown, which is big for you, Sami, because that means my first order of business is to find you a challenger. So Sami, obviously, like The good guy he is asking a very logical question. Well, with respect, Adam, don't I, as champion, have a little bit of say as to who I face at SummerSlam? Adam Pearce then says, with respect, Sami, who said anything about SummerSlam? Look, I get it. If Aldis could bother to show up and do his job, he'd probably give you exactly what you want. But Nick's not here. I am. So we're going to do it my way. And that means you will defend the WWE Championship this Monday on Raw in Chicago. But it gets better. It gets better, Sami. Like I said, you're going to have a challenger, and we're going to have a number one contender after Jey Uso battles Cody Rhodes tonight in Atlantic City. It's basically what we talked about earlier. Cody Rhodes, Sami, number one contender match between Cody and Jey tonight. Cody won. He gets the match with Sami on Monday in Chicago. CM Punk will be involved. In what way? That's the beauty of it. Will he get involved in the match? Will he cause a specific outcome for the match? Will Cody win it and then CM Punk comes on out and does the stare down? Then we got to wait another week before they say anything to each other. Before Sami and all this WWE title nonsense, I said that my preferred WWE title match, my preferred main event for SummerSlam is Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. Now they opted to take the title off Cody Rhodes and put it on Sami Zayn. It is July 3rd. We're legitimately less than a month away from SummerSlam in Minneapolis. July 6th is Monday. If it is Cody and CM Punk, the build won't actually start till the 13th, the following week, which then leaves us 3 weeks before SummerSlam. I don't know how you guys are looking at it. If you're going to do Cody and CM Punk for the WWE title, I don't think 3 weeks is ample amount of time to build for a championship match at SummerSlam of this magnitude. A one-on-one match that has no title on the line, yes, it's a different story. I would not immediately rush to a Punk and Cody title match after you took the belt off Cody, only to then potentially belt him again 3 weeks before SummerSlam. I would like for them to take some time with this. I would like for them to flesh out a story. I would like for them to flesh out some tension. Does the title need to be on the line? Is the title needed for Cody Rhodes and CM Punk to wrestle at SummerSlam? The answer is no. But now you've already eliminated Sami Zayn's number one threat in Jey Uso for the WWE Championship. So unless he's added to this Punk and Cody mix, I don't know where he fits in. I don't know. WWE, they got a lot of work ahead of them. A lot of work ahead of them. They've already ruined the King of the Ring tournament by having Obafemi announce that he's bypassing his title match to go take care of Brock Lesnar. Ridiculous. Treated everybody like a fucking idiot. Wasted 5 weeks of their television viewing experience to say, you know what, we're changing our mind. Fuck off. Now you put the title on Sami to potentially take it off of him on Monday and then do what with him exactly at SummerSlam? You either don't feature him or you just run back a triple threat match like we just saw at Night of Champions. Unless we're not thinking, and Kevin Owens is going to get involved, because Kevin Owens was mentioned on more than one occasion in the lead up to Cody, Gunther, and Sami Zayn at Night of Champions. Does Randy Orton get involved? These are two X factors that are low on the predictability list. We'll see what happens. I thought the opening segment was easily the best thing on the entire show tonight. Anytime Sami and Cody's in the ring, to me, is magic. Jey Uso. Jey Uso is one of the worst, if not the worst, big match wrestlers in all the industry. He's terrible. I can't stand watching him wrestle one-on-one. Tag team's a different story. When he's with Jey, or when he's with Jimmy, rather, when Jey's with Jimmy, he's fine. But when Jey is on his own in a big match situation, it is painful to sit through. Painful. The match with Cody tonight was fucking garbage. He did the same thing with Punk at Saturday night's main event. On November 1st, he did the same thing with Cody tonight. He is not a big match wrestler. He does not emit main event. Yet comically, Triple H and Roman Reigns calls him main event Jey Uso. On what planet? Backstage, Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton, Chelsea Green, and Alexa Bliss. Kathy Kelly interviewed Charlotte Flair. She asked what her line of thinking was costing Jade the United States Championship at Night of Champions. She explains that she interfered at Night of Champions because Jade cost her the Queen of the Ring and she returned the favor. Wow. It doesn't need to be overly explained or complicated. That's basically what the story is. Jade cost Charlotte. Charlotte cost Jade. Does that mean I'm interested in a one-on-one match? No. No, it does not. Alexa Bliss joins in and says, hey, why didn't you tell me you were going to Night of Champions? A little heads up would have been respectful. Charlotte tells her it wasn't personal. I'm impulsive. Tiffany shows up with Chelsea Green, and she very passively, aggressively thanks Charlotte for the help. Chelsea says Jade should be very worried. Charlotte tells Tiffany she's welcome, and she'll see them out there in the ring. Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton, and Chelsea Green against Jade, Michin, and B-Fab. We're going to get more matches like this now that the show has been cut down to 2 hours. Not very good. Charlotte and Jade is the direction going into SummerSlam. What Tiffany Stratton does at SummerSlam, I don't know. She's from Minneapolis. They have to feature her at some point on the show, I'm assuming. Charlotte controlled a big portion of this match. Big boot, fall-away slam, cannonball off the apron. Jade gets in there, works very minuscule with Charlotte. Chelsea Green got her moments, hitting some arm drags and a Rough Rider on Michin. I wonder where she learned that. The finish came when everyone hit their big spots, super kicks everywhere, before Jade caught Chelsea with Jaded for the 1-2-3. Got a close-up of Charlotte looking dejected after her team lost yet again to Jade and the Not-So-Baddies. Jade's going to have to put her big girl pants on at SummerSlam. So was Charlotte. Jade continues to wrestle like she is going through the motions. Jade continues to wrestle like she's trying desperately to remember a script. There's nothing about Jade that stands out other than her physical appearance. Nothing. She looks the part of a champion. She wrestles like somebody that should not even be in discussion for a championship. See, it works both ways. It works both ways. People say Sami doesn't look like a world champion, but if you poll anybody and you were to ask, does he wrestle like a world champion? He absolutely does. He's one of the best fucking wrestlers in the world. Then on the flip side, it works the same way for someone like Jade. Does Jade look like a world champion? Absolutely. Does she wrestle like one? Not even fucking close. Not even close. Jade looks like she should be wrestling on Evolve and not the main roster. Backstage, Sami Zayn and Adam Pearce. Sami confronts Pearce, confused about having to defend the title on Raw when he's a SmackDown superstar. Again, a very logical call out here by Sami Zayn. It doesn't make any sense. Pearce tells him he's giving him a great opportunity on the flagship show and hints at making it a super show by bringing SmackDown talent to Raw. Sami's obviously frustrated. He sees a water bottle, a lone water bottle. He wanted to knock it over, but he saw Johnny Gargano. He knocked the water bottle over anyway. He then runs into Johnny and Candice. He thanks Johnny for being there for him during this rough patch and tells him this is proof that staying true to yourself is what gets you championships. He asks Candice to take a photo of him Gargano, and the title. And Candice, she was about to take the picture vertically, and Sami was scolding her to take it in portrait mode. Is Johnny Gargano going to have some sort of payoff here? Or is this just going to be a continued running gag? I'd love to know. Adding Johnny Gargano to SmackDown, like legitimately Johnny Wrestling, would be a great pick-me-up for SmackDown. Yet he's still flying to all the cities, making the dates, making the rounds, and there he is just laying on a production crate. Rey Fenix, we get the obligatory Rey Fenix AAA Cruiserweight Championship match. I find it funny how they did not want to feature this guy in any meaningful way before he won the Cruiserweight Championship. Now he's out here having open challenges against everybody for the Cruiserweight Championship. The Cruiserweight Championship is like the new de facto United States Championship Open. Now, I love Rey Fenix. I think getting Rey Fenix on the show was great, but I mean, it's blatantly obvious what WWE is doing. They can't fucking help themselves. They can't help themselves. Rey Fenix is more likely a AAA talent now. And they're constantly bringing in AAA talent to wrestle Rey Fenix. They got him wrestling Axiom. They got him wrestling Nathan Frazer. They got him wrestling Vikingo here tonight. Who's next? Who's next? Maybe we get Psycho Clown on Friday Night SmackDown. Maybe we'll get Dr. Wagner Jr. and get no reaction out of him on Friday Night SmackDown. I wish WWE wanted to book Rey Fenix in a meaningful way instead of just parading him around as the AAA Cruiserweight Championship. Or with the AAA, rather, Cruiserweight Championship. I mean, this was easily the best match on the entire night. It's difficult not to be when you're Rey Fenix and fucking Vikingo. Vikingo refused a handshake at the beginning of the match because he is a heel. And he had a lot of athleticism and attitude to go along with that. They traded back and forth. Vikingo hit an Arabian moonsault to the outside. A reverse 630 senton turned into a Hurricane Rana, which looked fucking ridiculous. And he stood on top of the ring post before hitting an avalanche reverse Hurricane Rana that nearly won him the championship. Again, ridiculous. If you have not watched a Vikingo match, you are in for a fucking treat. The guy's incredible. If he could keep himself healthy. Phoenix answers with a double springboard crossbody, a handspring cutter, machine gun chops. He hits the goodbye amigo kick. Finish came when Vikingo went for a 450 splash. Phoenix rolled out of the way. Meteora. And then he finishes Vikingo off with a Mexican muscle buster for the 1-2-3. Nice little showcase match here. But Rey Fenix has now turned the AAA Cruiserweight Championship into the new open challenge on Friday Night SmackDown. I'm not sure who asked for this or why we needed another open challenge. Oh, JD, you want Rey Fenix on the show, but then you complain when he's on the show, JD. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just calling out WWE's bullshit. Do you mind? Backstage, Giulia, Kiana James, and Blake Monroe. Giulia was interviewed by Kathy Kelly, asking her about what happened last week with Kiana James. Giulia says she doesn't back down from any fight and tells Blake Monroe to stop being a coward and face her anytime, anywhere. Can I just say, Giulia's English is really fucking good. Giulia's English is better than Io. Giulia's English is better than Stephanie Vicaris. I'd like to see Giulia get a push on Friday Night SmackDown, and I think it's criminal that WWE has still yet not done that. Kiana James shows up, and she's clapping sarcastically. I like Kiana. I think Kiana's great. Definitely a future piece of that women's division. Love the way she wrestles. I'd actually take Kiana in every aspect over someone like Jade Cargill. She says that it's just like Giulia to bite the hand that feeds her. All of a sudden, Blake Monroe attacked Giulia from behind, throws her face first into a production crate before introducing herself as Blake Monroe and says, "It's nice to see you again, Giulia. She says, "The glamour stocks are on the rise." Monroe then turns to Kiana and slams her headfirst into the same production crate. She laughs and walks away and says, "Also, it's nice to meet you, too. My name is Blake Monroe." Now, I thought when she attacked Giulia with Kiana standing there that they were going to pair Blake Monroe and Kiana James together. I'm glad that they did not do that. Kiana James is on her own, Giulia's on her own, and Blake Monroe's on her own. That's the way it should be. Let's get her in the ring and get her wrestling. She's too good not to be in the squared circle. Backstage, Jacob Fatu, Jimmy Uso, and Royce Keys. Royce Keys confronts Jacob Fatu, asking why he can't tap in with anybody anymore, and implies Jacob is just Roman Reigns' lapdog. Jimmy's there and says Roman sent them to SmackDown to find Solo and asked Royce Keys if he's seen Solo and if he could lead them in the right direction. Royce fires back saying that blood does not make family. Loyalty does. And he's been Jacob's day one for 14 years. Jacob stares at Royce, walks away with Jimmy, and doesn't say a single word. Jacob Fatu lingers, stares at Royce, and walks away. You will be getting 9 Samoans and Royce Keys in this year's War Games Survivor Series match. That's what's going to happen. WWE's laying it out right before your very eyes. Now, there's a rumor going around, and I hate this rumor, that WWE is potentially setting up Gunther's SummerSlam match. And apparently the rumor is Gunther's SummerSlam match, as of right now, is Royce Keys. Now, that's coming from the Wrestling Observer newsletter. Please take that with a grain of salt. If we watch the way television is being directed, Gunther has nothing to do with Royce Keys. Gunther was sent home, has had nothing to do with Royce Keys after Royce Keys came out and abruptly wanted a number one contender match when Gunther was feuding with Cody. He beat Royce Keys in a one-on-one match weeks ago on Friday Night SmackDown. That was the last time we had any interaction between Royce Keys and Gunther. The current television does not lead Gunther to Royce Keys or Royce Keys to Gunther. The television is leading Royce Keys into the Bloodline story. So I don't know if Dave is legitimately watching the show or he's one of those guys that watches the shows via highlights on YouTube. Or he's being fed wrong information. Gunther's SummerSlam match is leading to him and Nick Aldis. I don't know why Nick Aldis would be sent on administrative leave if he's not coming back to wrestle Gunther at SummerSlam. And I don't think this is one of those situations either where Nick Aldis is going to come back and he's going to appoint somebody to wrestle on behalf of him at SummerSlam, and that man will be Royce Keys. That sounds fucking boring. Boring. Nobody's invested in Royce Keys. Nobody finds any interest in Royce Keys. And Gunther right now, his stock is slowly dropping week by week by week. The best course of action you got for Gunther is Nick Aldis. At least at that point, you can finish Nick Aldis as an in-ring performer if you want him to remain as general manager. And you can continue to keep the career killer gimmick alive with Gunther. It's cheap, but it also continues the career killer aspect of Gunther. If you want this to be Nick Aldis' one and done with WWE. Royce Keys. I don't know how he got Royce Keys. I really don't know how he got Royce Keys. Trick Williams, Lil Yachty, and Carmelo Hayes So Trick Williams and Lil Yachty are in the ring, and Lil Yachty's about to introduce Trick Williams. Carmelo Hayes comes out and interrupts. He's got a microphone with him. Now that Ricky Saints is in the rearview mirror, all eyes are on Melo and Trick potentially at SummerSlam. All right, Trick, let's get serious, says Melo. Let's get down to business. On Saturday, Ricky couldn't get the job done. So now it looks like Atlantic City, we have no other choice but to run it back, you and me, for the United States Championship. He says, if you bout it, no answer. All right. You know what? I expected that. But before I go where I got to go, Trick, you know what? Let me just give you your flowers. Everything you do, man, it's larger than life. The title looks great on you. The crowd, they love you. You're unstoppable. But that's because I haven't decided to stop you yet. I made that championship. I made that championship a championship. You turned that title into an accessory. So if you and Lil Yachty want to run around here with a title, I'll get you a discount code on WWEshop.com. It's that easy. Trick, that championship, that's the workhorse championship. That's the match of the night championship. That championship is for guys who are hungry. And it looks like to me, you walk around here like you had too much to eat. So let's really talk about it. So, Trick, I just want to say, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Put that title on the line against someone that knows you better than anybody. Because all this talk about you on track to be one of the greatest United States champions of all time, I'm not buying it. Because you might be able to walk the walk and talk the talk. But when you're in there with them, the reality is you got two left feet and a mouthful of marbles once you get in here with him. So Lil Yachty interrupts. Trick didn't really say much of anything here. Oh, man, who are you talking to, says Lil Yachty. Look at this. Ain't no willy-nilly call-up from NXT, okay? This is Trick Willie. The one and only Trick Willie, might I need to add, the United States champion. And since being called up to the big leagues, he's been nothing short of pure greatness. Now I understand you look like a match, or you want a match, right? Atlantic City, should we give this young little man a match? All right. We got you. You know what? Matter of fact, next week, you got yourself a match, but it's not for the championship. Relax, relax. We gave you that chance, you blew it, and you failed. Look, we're not just going to keep giving out title shots. You got to understand the title's not on the line, but you are lucky because the champ needs to get his reps in. So with that being said, you got a match next week, but please understand next week when things get tricky, you will have no more excuses as to why you cannot get the job done. Trick Williams then says, you know what, Melo, it's funny. I guess with all the history that you and me had, I really do know you like the back of my hand. He starts to walk away and then turns around and slaps Trick. He does. He slaps Melo with the back of his hand. He slaps Melo with the back of his hand. He drops the mic. They leave the ring. And Melo hits a beautiful somersault dive over the top rope. Takes out Trick and Lil Yachty. Gives the camera a very yeah, I did that look. Gets in the ring and he gets a very nice reaction from Atlantic City. So it looks like we got a match next week. Non-title. I'm assuming Carmelo will probably end up getting the win because that's the SummerSlam match. And if that's the only way to get that SummerSlam match, then that's the way to get the SummerSlam match. I wouldn't do it that way. I don't really find a need or a reason to put champions in non-title matches and have the challenger beat the champion to get a title match. There are other ways to do that. You have something called a division. Get Melo some wins on the way to SummerSlam. So then he can go to Trick and say, I earned my shot. Let's do it. While building a story between both of them. WWE and pro wrestling in general takes the stupidest and most laziest way to get where we need to go. It's basically what we've seen throughout 2026. Danhausen. We go to Danhausen's Science Lab. The Miz and Kit Wilson are still electrocuted, and they're sitting in their chairs from last week. Matt Cardona shows up to check on Danhausen after what happened with the Judgment Day on Monday. Danhausen tells him he's fine and that he has a match with J.D. McDonough at Saturday night's main event at Madison Square Garden. I'm sure this will be very Knicks themed. We may see Jalen Brunson and some of the New York Knicks come and aid Danhausen. This is WWE gearing up to have this match all over the sports networks and all over Sports Center and in the mainstream media everywhere. Saturday night's main event at Madison Square Garden. And the biggest attraction going into Madison Square Garden is not CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns. It's fucking Danhausen. Cardona offers to have Danhausen's back if he needs it against the Judgment Day. Danhausen then ropes Cardona into helping him with a new experiment. They open a lid of some kind of antidote. Apparently he's got from Miz and Kit Wilson. But he makes the proper adjustments on this machine. He had Matt Cardona turn the dial as instructed on this machine. And it ends up making Kit Wilson and Miz have convulsions. And they're constantly reciting catchphrases. Kit Wilson is reciting Miz's catchphrases, and Miz is reciting Kit Wilson's catchphrases. As Danhausen continues to refer to Matt Cardona as Zack Ryder. The biggest piece of information here is that Danhausen says he's got backup coming at Madison Square Garden. I'm assuming that will be in the form of the New York Knicks. Who's underneath this fucking cloth? Who's on this operating table that he's been conducting these experiments with? I don't know. Supposedly Baron Corbin finished up with MLW, and the report is he's on his way back to WWE imminently. Could we see him at Madison Square Garden? He's got to get his Knicks jersey back. That's the whole story here. This is a Chat GPT special, chat. It's unbelievable. Checking in on the chat. We got 1,700 people in here on a Friday night. 523 likes. Let's try for 750, man. If you guys are in the chat enjoying the stream, let's hit that thumbs up. 750 is the goal before we get on out of here and celebrate 4th of July. And Super Chats are open. Get them on in. It's the best way to support the show. Let's start the month of July off the right way. Brie Bella. Exciting stuff, chat. Exciting stuff. Brie Bella against Lainey Reid. Who? Fatal influence. Fatal influence. Fatal attraction. Influence. I'm sorry. Fatal fury. No, fatal influence. Okay. Hey, at least Lainey Reid got the win here. Brie Bella came out fired up. She hit the yes kicks. Oh my God. Brie Bella hit the yes kicks, chat. Oh man. She hits a missile drop kick. She went for a label lock. Why don't we just steal all of her husband's finishing moves, huh? She applied Lainey Reid with a label lock. Looked like Lainey Reid was going to tap, but Fallon Henley kept running interference at ringside, distracting Brie at the worst moments. Paige handled her business on the outside, slamming Fallon Henley into the apron and sending JC Jane face first into the ring post. Fallon Henley recovered, hit Brie with a right hand, left her open. Reid capitalized with a running pump knee. 1, 2, 3. You know, the news cycle was so slow this week that Fallon Henley was a guest on Cody Rhodes' What Do You Want to Talk About podcast. And Cody Rhodes told a story about Aaron Solo, the former Mr. Bailey, who tried to shoot his shot with one Fallon Henley and failed miserably. Cody Rhodes just embarrassed Aaron Solo publicly because he couldn't bag Fallon Henley. At least the guy's got good taste. What are we doing with Fatal Influence, man? I'm really confused over the fact that they came in like a house on fucking fire on Friday night, weeks ago. And now they're feuding with the dead tag team of Bella and Paige over the dead tag team titles that more than likely they will end up winning at SummerSlam. I thought they were positioning Jacy Jayne as a possible world championship title contender. The rumor as of today that we saw was if Rhea Ripley was healthy, the world championship match at Night of Champions would have been either Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, which wouldn't have made any sense, or Rhea Ripley and Jacy Jayne. Now, if it was Rhea Ripley and Jacy Jayne at Night of Champions, does that mean that Rhea Ripley and Alexa Bliss was the SummerSlam title match? I figured that they would have already set up Jacy Jayne for a world championship title match against Rhea Ripley. Either way you look at it, Jacy Jayne is not being set up for a title match, and the girls of Fatal Influence are ice cold. I don't know. It's like when WWE hears talents get over really well, they do everything they have to do to stop it from happening. This Brie Bella Paige tag team is some of the worst garbage on television. The women's tag team titles are some of the worst garbage on television. Seriously. Like, if there is anything channel changing on wrestling television, it is these two right here. And the titles. No matter who has the titles. No matter. They're awful. Complete waste of time, irrelevant. The matches result in some of the worst matches across all wrestling television. Why do we even care? Backstage, Cody Rhodes is with Finn Balor. Balor tells Cody Rhodes that one of the main reasons he came to SmackDown was to face him. He just hoped it would be for the title. He tells Cody to go get the WWE title back and wishes him luck against Jey Uso. Cody thanks him, and he walks away. The MFTs appear, or what used to be the MFTs, Tama Tonga and Tola Tonga. They're no longer the MFTs because they are no longer with Solo Sikoa. So they walk up to Finn Balor. Tama Tonga says he went to the elders for guidance on what to do next regarding Finn. I didn't know the elders needed to know about Finn Balor. What did Finn do to Tama Tonga and Tola Tonga that the elders needed to get involved? I don't know. Before Finn could even say anything, Tola Tonga attacked him from behind, chokeslams him onto a production crate, and chokes him out. Tama Tonga says he is closing the chapter on his past, and Finn is next. Oh, man! Exciting stuff here, chat. Main event. Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, #1 contenders match for the WWE Championship. The winner faces Sami Zayn at Monday Night's Raw in Chicago. I can't stress this enough to you guys here tonight. Jey Uso, and I will say this again without any hesitation, Jey Uso is the worst big match wrestler in all of professional wrestling. The guy is sloppy. The guy wrestles with no sense of urgency. The guy is gassed before he even gets to the ring. How does anybody look at Jey Uso as a top guy? How does anybody look at Jey Uso as a main event guy? How does anybody look at Jey Uso in any discussion for any world championship, anywhere? It's insane to me. It is literally insane. He is so fucking boring. If you need any sort of change to happen in your weekly professional wrestling, it's getting this guy out of the main event. I never used to feel this way about Jey, man. The overexposure and the over-embellishing of Jey Uso, the over-pushing of Jey Uso has really it's really started to touch some nerves. The show feels fucking the weakest it's been when he is in big match situations like this. And no matter he's in there with Cody, the match still sucked. Just like he was in there with CM Punk on the November 1st Saturday Night's Main Event. He made that match fucking suck too. And I watched this on Netflix with a VPN tonight. I watched this with an Express VPN with a Canadian server on an Amazon Fire Stick in Atlantic City tonight on my big screen TV in the living room. I was in and out with this SmackDown in 1 hour and 23 minutes. I watched this match with 0 commercials because it was a taped show and we didn't have any commercials. And the match still sucked. I don't think Jey and Cody have good chemistry at all. I think Jey's got better chemistry with Cody than he does CM Punk. But that doesn't mean this was a good match. Both men counted each other's finishers early on. Cody went early for the Crossroads. Uso went for the spear. Crossroads avoided. A super kick avoided. Match goes to the outside with Jey hitting a suicide dive. Weak. Both men begin brawling around ringside. We go back inside. Jey hits a Samoan drop. Uso splash. He gets a near fall. Cody answered with a Cody cutter, a super Cody cutter, mind you. Finish down the stretch was Cody spearing Jey, so he throws the spear at Jey, using Jey's own move against him. Hits a crossroads, and he plants him. Legitimately spikes him. Jey kicks out. Corey Graves is on commentary saying, Cody's probably questioning himself what he's got to do to beat Jey Uso. Everybody kicks out of the crossroads, bro. Everybody. It takes 4 or 5 of them motherfuckers to put someone down. It's basically the new fucking AA. Cena had to deliver like 5 or 6 AAs to get someone to go down. So Cody spears Jey, crossroads 2 count. Then he went up top for a big splash himself. I guess he was looking for the Cody splash, the nightmare splash. Jey countered. He got the knees up. Jey tried to... This is where things just fucking got sloppy for Russo. And I'm like, this guy sucks. God, this guy sucks. This guy can't even apply a fucking fundamental sleeper hole, bro. Jey puts on the sleeper. It looks like this guy was like, this was the weakest sleeper hold I've ever seen applied. It was like a half a sleeper. All he needed was to fucking put a pillow down, and he had a better chance of putting Cody to sleep by fucking putting his head on a pillow. Puts Cody in a weak sleeper. Cody fought back. Counters back and forth. Cody ducked the clothesline. There was a point where Jey tried to get the sleeper hold again applied, and Cody backs him into the corner. There's this weird tussle between them. They're falling over each other. They're tripping over each other. Russo's all fucking like he's tripping over himself. Cody tries to pull him back up to a vertical base. He pulls him out of the corner. He finally decides, you know what? I'm putting this fucking guy down. He gives him another crossroads, plants him. 1, 2, 3, and Cody gets the win. Cody's the new #1 contender. Post-match, Sami Zayn's music hit. He appears at the top of the ramp, title over his shoulder, stares down Cody. The two lock eyes as SmackDown comes to a close ahead of what more than likely will be the end of Sami Zayn's reign on Monday. Sami won the title on Saturday, last Saturday. Tomorrow will be a full 7 days. Sunday, 8 days. 9 days. We're looking at a 9-day Sami Zayn world title, WWE title run. I'd be shocked if Sami Zayn walks out of Chicago still the WWE champion. Shocked. Jey Uso sucks. SmackDown sucks. This show was largely a waste of time. And even me watching this with a VPN and consuming it in 1 hour and 23 minutes, this show still sucked. The only difference is this show went from 3 to 2 hours, and the only positive is that it's 1 hour less sucky. It sucks for 1 hour less. Friday night is garbage. Legitimately garbage. Thank you guys very much for all of your support. We are going to get into your super chats and then ride on off into the sunset here on this Friday night. I want to thank you guys for joining me here on this Friday Night SmackDown post. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Go and check out all the great content on the channel, man. We were live on Monday. We were live on Tuesday. Twice. One with the 2 count and Jonathan Coachman. And then again with the Solid Monster for Tuesday Night Titans. Wednesday night, we were live for the Dynamite post show. Really good Dynamite. Really good Dynamite. And then I was live on Coachin' Bro before Dynamite with Vince Russo and Jonathan Coachman. Getting into it with Vince Russo over Sami Zayn. Love Vince. I thank them both for allowing me to go on there. Really great show. Some people were saying it was top 3 episodes of Coachin' Bro that they've done. Love being a part of the BTT studios and the BTT family with Coach. They got a great thing going over there, man. That show's really good. Coachin' Bro is a good watch. Vince and Coach know what they're doing. Tonight we were live, taking the rest of the weekend off. We're going to relax. We're going to have a couple of cold summer ales tomorrow. I'll be in Atlantic City walking the boardwalk with all the degenerates. I'll be heading to my favorite place, the Atlantic City Beer Garden. I'll be having myself a nice grapefruit lager, some Schafferhofer. And I'll be back home on Sunday. Take it easy Sunday. We'll get back to work on Monday. Patreon content's going to be up this week. Should be throwing the poll up this weekend. We're going to vote on which match you want me to review, man. We're going to be reviewing SummerSlam Classics. Which one are we going with first? It's going to be up to you guys. So patreon.com. You guys can find me on Patreon, JD from NY206. Link is down below in the description and pinned at the top of the comment section. Sign up. It's going to be some really great hangouts over there. And I thank everybody that has already joined, man. You guys are awesome. Love the support. Get in line and join the Off the Script tap room. KC, I got the Punk Bomber jacket too, bro. I just need a reason to wear it. It's not a summer outfit for sure. It's definitely a fall jacket. I got my Roman 1,000 Day Championship tracksuit on today. I got the central air blowing in the apartment. It's nice and cool in here. And I forgot my hoodie back home in New York City, so this had to do tonight, man. So I put this on and the matching Braves hat to go with it. Oh, JD, I thought you didn't have any of the Braves hats. Bro, I got like 23 different Braves hats. 7 of which are on the wall behind me. Triple M's in the chat. He says, been helping my friend get into D2. Got him the Outbreak and the Catalyst. Brother, if I had to choose a favorite exotic, my favorite exotic is probably the Outbreak. I've used that more than anything, man. It is such a versatile weapon. It's good against everything. It's good against everything. So yeah, man, go join the Patreon and go join the channel here. You guys, you got memberships. You guys are one and the same. Patrons and the memberships are one and the same. Let's get to these super chats and get out of here so you guys can go enjoy your weekend. What happened with the USA soccer game? Did the USA win? Did USA win tonight? Man, I was watching what was I watching yesterday? I was watching the Croatia and Portugal game yesterday. Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. Just for shits and giggles, I was watching it, just keeping up to what's going on, man. Crazy. Crazy. Oh, USA plays Monday. That's right. What game was on tonight? What game was on? I thought there was a game tonight. I don't know what the schedule is, but yeah. Yeah. I watched that game yesterday, man. It was fucking crazy. All right, let's get to these super chats and get on out of here. Start at the top. Michael Krause with the $2 super chat. JD OTS, all gas, no brakes with it. Let's go. Yeah. Argentina versus Cape Verde. Pilgrim says it was a banger game today. Egypt beat Austria. Oh, boy. Thank you, Michael Krause. Michelle with a $2 super chat. Everyone have a happy and safe July 4th. Thank you, Michelle. Chat, how was the sound tonight, man? I'm not home. I'm in Atlantic City. I'm in my other apartment. Obviously, I'm not in the New York studio. Did everything look and sound good today? Spent an hour or two setting the stream up today, man. I haven't been at this apartment specifically in quite a while, so I wanted to make sure that everything was good today. Sound, camera. Everything look and sound good? Michelle, thank you. Fast Eddie with a $10 super chat. JD, I don't understand why Gunther has to be suspended when Nick Aldis is the one who pushed him and Gunther never laid a hand on him. Well, I guess that's where his language comes into play, Fast Eddie. Excellent, excellent, excellent. See, if I didn't tell you guys I was in Atlantic City, you probably wouldn't have even known. Fast Eddie, also, JD, I feel like Leo Rush is AEW's Danhausen. I wouldn't say he's AEW's Danhausen, but I am pretty confident in saying that AEW is looking at what WWE is doing with Danhausen, and they're trying to do somewhat similar with Leo Rush. For sure. Actually, we just played that song. Let's play some House of Lies by my guy, Fireblaze. Caden with a $1.99. No message. Thank you, Caden. Fast Eddie with a $4.99. JD, you thought Roxanne Perez was something to look at. Carmen Petrovic from NXT is on the rise. I know. I follow her on Twitter, bro. It is very difficult not to peek. Joseph Taylor with $2 super chat. Rey vs. Vikingo, the only good thing on the show. Yeah. Michelle with a 5. Are Seth and Cody going to be trapped in the Bloodline vortex? A rumor has it the Bloodline saga will go beyond WrestleMania next year. If so, God help us. Bro, the Bloodline ain't going anywhere, man. The company's bringing in Zilla Fatu. I heard that he may start, I don't know where I read it. It might have been from The Observer, but you can't take them to be serious. He may start in NXT, but bro, he'll be on the main roster before the end of the year. You're not going to contain Zilla Fatu. You're not. Seth Rollins, I don't know where he goes after Roman. I feel like this SummerSlam match is it for him, and then he moves on to something else. We could get a second match out of it, but what is that going to do? Ari Emanuel and Mark Shapiro are going to ride the Bloodline story because Ari is best friends with The Rock, and the family's always going to get preferential treatment. Boss Mo Jackson with a 199. I'm burnt out on Cody. I love the guy, but I can't deal with it. Cody fatigue is real. Stephen B with a $5 super chat. The only hope Sami has that he has keeping the belt on Monday is Punk interfering and making a triple threat match at SummerSlam. But we just got a triple threat match at Night of Champions. Are we going to do another triple threat match at SummerSlam? Where is the creativity? Not saying it'll be a bad match, but we just got a banger triple threat match, and now we're going right back to a triple threat match because WWE needs to put Sami Zayn in a title match and then obviously needs to book him at SummerSlam. Byzantine Garden with a $5 super chat. Happy Independence Day, JD. 250 years of fuck yeah. Great interior, as always. Loving the tunes. Drinking a cold Coca-Cola and kicking back. God bless USA. Byzantine, thank you for being here, brother. Enjoy your day tomorrow, man. Adam Birdsong, 7869 with a $20 super chat. What's up, JD and OTS family? Hope y'all doing well. Didn't watch SmackDown because I couldn't bother to care. Also, JD, did you see a report from False Finish that the Bloodline story is set to continue after WrestleMania 43? Yes. This goes in line with the rumor that Rock and Roman could headline that show. I would like for Oba to just be crowned the champion there, but you know, the rumor of Rock and Roman headlining that show is going to run wild as we get closer to the end of the year. It ain't going anywhere. The story ain't going anywhere. Remember, we're only in the third inning. That was said 3 years ago. They've been stuck in a rain delay ever since. Thank you, Adam. Fast Eddie with a 499. Happy 4th of July. JD, hope you have a good one, brother. OTS for life. Thank you, Fast Eddie. Enjoy your day, too, bro. Lauren with a 2 and a 2. WWE fumbled Orton and Cody after Mania. They did. You can thank Ari Emanuel for that. Sami versus Orton at SummerSlam, number one contender, yes or no? No. We haven't heard a fucking peep from Randy. Why would he get involved with Sami Zayn? Anything's possible, but I don't see it. Adam Birdsong 7869 with a 2. This is your warning shot, Oos. Bow! Another cringy catchphrase from Yeet Man. Nicholas from Cali 218 with a 24 months. Thank you, Nicholas. Glad to be a member for 2 years. Here's to 2 more years. Cheers and happy 4th of July. OTS family and the GOAT, JD. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. Phil with a 55 months. Look at this guy, man. 55 months as a member and 12 plus years subscribed to the best community in the IWC. JD, keep being you, bro. I'll always have your back. Loved you on Coach and Bro. Means a lot, Phil. Enjoy your 4th, brother. Tim Cross, 3863 with a 199. You think we get a heel turn with Cody Monday? I would rather Cody turn heel and not Punk. I don't think Punk is turning in Chicago anyway. I think Cody's going to be the heel as far as crowd reactions is concerned. But, you know, we could see a heel CM Punk from this point on. I don't know. I don't know what he's going to come back looking like, sounding like, feeling like. I don't know. Yes, I would love a Cody Rhodes heel turn, though. I think it's absolutely needed. Phil with a 999. Sami is cooked. We all knew this title run would be a short one, but losing it this soon on Monday is ridiculous. I would have saved Sami's first title win for later if this was how they wanted to treat it. Now, any later, it wouldn't have made the impact. Any later, it wouldn't have felt the same. You need to strike while the iron is hot. It was the right time. It was the right moment. It was the right venue. It was the right show. It was the right crowd. It was the right story. They could have waited till SummerSlam. But then you run into the option of what do you do with CM Punk? Where do you put CM Punk on SummerSlam? You're not leaving CM Punk off SummerSlam. Hologram, 64 months. Just wishing you and the entire Off the Script family happy and safe 4th of July. Firework emoji, American flag emoji, and he throws the ones up. Thank you, brother. Very lucky to have you here, Hologram. My guy, David Rice, with a $5 super chat. I actually like the way they are positioning Rey Fenix. Reminds me a bit of having the Cruiserweights on Monday Nitro back in 97. Yes, I would love that. I just don't want an open challenge for the AAA Championship defended every week. You know, these matches should be taking place on AAA, not on SmackDown. I would love the return of the Cruiserweight Classic. I would love the return of the Cruiserweight Championship or Cruiserweight matches. WWE doesn't have the patience, nor do they have the mindset to put talent like that on television and promote them and book them in a meaningful way. See, those are the matches that I would take. You know, they don't really need a lot of story. If you get a story with Cruiserweights, it's like an added bonus. But those are the matches that you start the show off with, man. High octane, fast. Get the fucking crowd going. I would love if they brought that back. I just don't think they think it fits in the current landscape of WWE. JD Chad Gable said today he can be the guy and a world champion. I'd like to see it. So would I. Let's settle for the Intercontinental title first. Thank you, Mr. David Rice. Thank you, brother. Happy 4th. Glow J with 16 months. I don't know what they're doing over at WWE. I'm confused. Why Candace's husband is laying on that table. Why isn't he wrestling? It's so dumb. Imagine having Johnny Gargano on your roster and the best that you got for him is laying in a coma on a production crate. Tone VC with a $5 super chat. Thanks, JD. Thank you, Tone, for being here, brother. David Rice with a $5 super chat. Yachty did a good job here between the wardrobe and the promo. He reminded me a little bit of Mid-South era Jim Cornette. I won't go that far, bro. He's getting a little bit more comfortable. I will say he's getting a little bit more comfortable. He's now at least coming out matching Trick Williams' attire. He's dressing the part. He's got that bedazzled kendo stick. At least now he looks the part. Trick can cut a promo. Trick can speak. I think Yachty tonight did a little bit too much talking. I wanted to hear a little bit more from Trick. But hopefully in the weeks to come we get more Mello and more Trick and less Yachty. Francis Loop with a $5 super chat. I'm going back and forth with you and Solomonster. I told him that Maya World was on Ring of Honor TV tonight, teaming up with Hion in tag team competition. I'm sure this show was taped before Forbidden Door. Maya World is going to be competing on, I think she competed on Collision yesterday. Did she win her qualifying match for the gauntlet? Is it her and Athena? It should be her and Athena. Listen, Maya World may actually end up winning that gauntlet. It's either Maya World winning the gauntlet and getting a match with Tekla, and Tony runs back Maya World and Mercedes at All In, or I could see Willow Nightingale winning the gauntlet, Willow beating Tekla, and Willow versus Mercedes at All In, which, according to the reports, depending on who you believe, Willow was supposed to win the tournament. Francis also with a 2. What Leo Rush is wrestling Shotzi on GCW? I love Shotzi. I think Shotzi's great. Leo Rush, I'm enjoying the work lately. Should be a very interesting match. Sidro with the $2 super chat. What's long, hard, and full of seamen? Submarines. Francis Lou with the $5 super chat. Big Bill is no longer on ROH Collision. Big Bill and Tala Tonga going by the tag team name of the 7-foot skyscrapers coming to SmackDown. Francis, Big Bill, Big Cass is teaming with Enzo, and they're going to be Enzo and Cass. And they are going to aura farm the shit out of them because they are immensely popular. And I'm sure that they would still be immensely popular with everything that comes along with them. I just hope that WWE rebuilds the tag team division to make them look good. And I'm glad Enzo's getting another chance, man. Enzo deserves another chance. He got wrongfully fired. He got thrown into a situation that they fired him over, and he was cleared of all that came along with it. And he was blacklisted from the community and blacklisted from WWE. And now he's getting a second chance. Good for him. And Big Bill, the sky's the limit for Big Bill. This is the best spot for Big Bill. In AEW, Tony didn't know how to use Big Bill because Tony doesn't like guys like Big Bill. Tony doesn't know how to book big men. If they ain't Will Ospreay or wrestling like Ricochet, he don't give a shit. Justin Turner with $5 super chat. I signed up for the Patreon tonight at the open tab level. Looking forward to the content and happy to support you. Thanks for the great show tonight. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate that very much, bro. Hopefully you guys enjoy the SummerSlam reviews coming this month. Craig with 36 months just hit 3 years today, but December will make 10 years since I've first ever watched you. Those were the days. LOL. Yeah, those were the days. I can't go back and watch my old self, but the thing is, I know a lot of people would probably agree. I am a more visceral, more professional, more straightforward, and absolutely just top of the top, refined content creator, more so than I was then. We've come a long way since then. Thank you, Craig. Don Stoney with the $5 super chat. Shout out to Don Tony Wrestling Soup, Spitball Media, and as always, rest in peace, Kevin Castle. Thank you, Stoney. Love you, brother. Happy 4th, man. Skyler with a $4.99. Hey, JD, got to thank you for getting me addicted to Hungry for Life. Definitely going to be on the Spotify Wrapped in December. Happy 4th. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Bad Wolves. Yeah, they just found a new singer. I don't know what happened to the old guy. That song included Chris Daughtry, which is the better version. The original version they recorded without Daughtry is good, but it's not better than the Chris Daughtry version. They got a new singer, female vocalist. She's terrible. She's fucking terrible. M. James with a $5 super chat. Do you think Matt Hardy in the Ruthless Aggression era was worthy enough of being a world champion? It felt like they had a lightning in a bottle situation in 2005. Do I think he was worth a world championship? Yeah, I do. But again, a short reign. Short reign. I feel like a lot of promoters don't strike when they have lightning in a bottle. They just let it kind of disappear. I wish more people were a little bit more mindful. Like, if you got something, create some excitement and unpredictability with it. You could always go back to what you originally planned. Francis Lou with a $5 super chat. The third inning is stuck in a rain delay. Love that line. There are ways to evolve the Bloodline story in different directions, but keep it all on Raw. Silly boy stunned with a 199. Jey winning Money in the Bank this year. Bro, I won't even be surprised. He'll be involved. He'll absolutely be involved, but I wouldn't be surprised. Furious Nation with a 499. What's up, JD? If Cody started his own heel group, who would you have in it? Also, happy 4th of July. Stay hydrated, safe, and most importantly, have fun. Heel group for Cody. I could see Royce Keys. I could see Ricky Saints. I'll stop it there. Those are the only two names that come to mind right now. Francis Loop with a $2 super chat. Francis with a $2 super chat and leaves no message. You said it, I didn't, bro. David Rice with a $10 super chat. Last one for tonight because I have 6 cats now. Happy 4th, JD, and to all the OTS family, brother. Take care of them fur babies, bro. My little Freddie and my little Ivy, who's not feeling well, at home with the sitter. I'll see them on Sunday. And my little Bailey. And I have a foster who still needs a home named Xena. I love Xena. She's a cutie. Can't find her a home. She's better with me than going to a fucking Petco. Tony Brown with a 49 months. Today's my birthday. I'm officially old as hell. You young, JD. No ass, though, tonight. Tony, we got to get you some celebratory assets tonight. But happy birthday, brother. Thank you for being here. Thank you for 49 months. You be safe. Happy 4th. And we'll end with this. Furious Nation with a 199. TK treated Big Bill like a shiny new toy. Sad bro. Tony didn't care about Big Bill. He don't care about any of the big guys. He just cares about his fucking indie darlings. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you. Good stuff tonight. Very happy with the way the show turned out tonight on this 4th of July, even though nothing really big happened. Thank you for the support. You guys are always great. We'll be back this week with some great content. Monday's going to be a big night. We'll be covering it. We'll be back to regularly scheduled program after the holiday. Patreon stuff is going to start going up next week, so look forward to that. All I can say is happy 4th, guys. Take care of yourselves. Hydrate. Take it easy. Have fun. Be safe. Make sure those beverages are cold, man. It's fucking hot outside. You know? It is fucking hot outside like a motherfucker, man. Thank you guys for all your support. We are going to see you on Monday. I'm going to stay up a little bit and play some Destiny, I think. Play some D2. Open a cold beverage. Play some D2. Some Iron Banner. I think so. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Continue to hit that thumbs up. What are we looking at? Thumbs up. 681 likes, man. Can we get at least 700 before we get out of here? Before I roll the window up to the dark horse. Can we get 700 likes? Patreon. Hit the thumbs up. Leave a comment. Social media at JD from NY206. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Cameo. Go check out all the content, including my special guest appearance on Coachin' Bro with Jonathan Coachman and Vince Russo. Until then, guys, happy 4th. Stay safe. And I'll see you back Monday right here for the championship match between Cody and Sami right here on Off the Script. I'll see you guys later.